Channel 10 Mac News. I'm Martha Stewart.
And I'm Alice in Wonderland.
Our roaming reporter Betty Crocker is in Alabama right now with the coverage of the newest Jim Crow signs. To you, Betty.
In the 1800s, the leaders of the Democratic Party, Andrew Jackson, James K. Polk, Martin Van Buren, and Stephen Douglas legislated the Jim Crow laws. Behind me, you can see these two signs as an example of Jim Crow laws. This is a whites-only gazebo, and the colored people had to sit over there.
We have just received reports that the 19th Amendment has been passed by Congress. Let's join Harriet at Washington for an update. Harriet?
Yes, Martha, the 19th Amendment has just been approved and signed by Congress, and as you can see, the women around me are ecstatic. Now, this amendment was written by Susan B. Anthony and brought to Congress multiple times, with the help of Republican Senator Aaron Sargent. But the Senate has been dominated by Democrats and repeatedly defeated the passage. But now, with Republicans in the control of Congress, the amendment was passed 56 to 25.
Thanks to Republicans' efforts, the 14th, 15th, and 19th Amendments have made us all equal. Past Republican leaders, John C. Fremont, William McKinley, Ulysses Grant, Abraham Lincoln, and Horace Greeley would be so proud. Wouldn't you think, Martha?
I couldn't agree more, Alice.
To G10 Mac News, I'm Alice in Wonderland.
And I'm Martha Stewart.
Earlier this morning, linkage institutions have gone on strike in several cities against Obama's new health care plan.
Live in Washington is Harriet Tubman. How's it looking over there, Harriet?
No health care! No health care! No health care! No health care! No health care!
Hi, how do you feel about health care?
I don't like it because I have to pay my own paycheck for other people, and I don't think it's fair. I don't like it.
Thank you.
Good afternoon. Welcome to G10 Mac News. I'm Martha Stewart.
And I'm Alice in Wonderland. With the 2012 presidential elections right around the corner, we are all wondering who our next president will be.
Will it stay Democrat? Will it be Republican? Let's join Betty Crocker in Washington for interviews with candidates from each party. To you, Betty.
Thanks, Allison. Thanks, Martha. With me now, I have Democratic presidential candidate Nancy Pelosi. So, Nancy, tell me more about what the Democratic Party plans to bring to the table. Let's start with the issue of abortion.
Well, Barack Obama, Joe Biden, Henry Reid, and Debbie Wasserman Schultz, and I believe that the choice of abortion is a fundamental choice.
I see. And what about budget and economy?
As we said at the National Convention, we will cut the deficit by half, eliminate public debt by 2012.
And what about crime? What do you think about crime?
There should be tougher punishments, including a death penalty. Crime should be prevented by community police.
Thank you for your time, Nancy. Back to you, Allison.
Thank you, Betty. Now we have our roaming reporter, Harriet, interviewing our Republican candidate, Mitt Romney. To you, Harriet.
Thank you, Alice. I'm here with Republican presidential candidate Mitt Romney. Thank you for joining us today, Mr. Romney. So tell me more about what the Republicans are planning this year. What are your options on the budget and economy?
Eric Cantor, Ron Paul, Herman Cain, John Huntsman, and I want to reduce taxes, spending, regulation, and government programs, and create more jobs. We're all for a free market and against federal government control over industry.
What about abortion?
Our coalition.
This is a demonstration of Flip for
What do you
Mac.
have in mind for healthcare?
We are against Obamacare because healthcare shouldn't be government run. We will bring healthcare with lower costs.
And what about national defense?
We should be proactive in the fight against terrorism. We should declare war before one is waged.
Thank you for your time, Mr. Romney. Back to you, Martha.
Remember when Paul Revere, Samuel Adams, and other British colonists of Boston in 1773 dressed up as Indians? Then dumped the tea in the harbor?
Dump the tea!
That was the Boston Tea Party, which influenced the Tea Party movement of 2009.
On January 24th, 2009, Governor of New York, David Paterson, proposed an 18% tax on non-diet sodas.
We're trying to prevent that. We stand for no more bailouts, stopping the increase of our taxes, cease out-of-control spending, but most of all, bringing back American prosperity. So there you have it, with our Democratic, Republican, and Tea Party National Convention. What will your party identification be? Will you be ticket splitting? Updates on our next party competition on our next newscast. I'm Martha Stewart.
And I'm Allison Wonderland. Have a good night.
Thanks to the Republicans' efforts, the 14th, 15th, and 19th Amendments have made us all equal. Previous leaders of the past, John C. Fremont, William McKinley, Ulysses Grant, Abraham Lincoln, and Horace Greeley would be so proud. Wouldn't you think, Betty?
Yes, Martha, the 19th Amendment has just been approved and signed by Congress, and as you can see, the women around me are ecstatic. Now, this amendment was written by Susan B. Anthony and brought to Congress multiple times with the help of Republican Senator Aaron Sargent. But the Senate has been
Aaron Sargent. But the Senate has been